Hey, Soca lovers, it's Soca Say So.
And DysChick.
And we're back with episode 10 of season 6. And you know what that means. It's a drunk rant. This episode, we are tackling the super serious topic, politics over people.
It's a lot going on, guys. It's so much going on. And we tried to stay away from the topic. And that's why we said, you know what, maybe when we can get a little unfiltered, we can tackle this, because I think we definitely need to have some drinks and have a conversation where we are not editing ourselves or being very objective, because these situations are just way too personal, too emotional. But in 2020, we had COVID-19. And it was like, all right, we've got a pandemic. Then we had quarantine. 2021 was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you another version of COVID-19. I'm gonna give you the update V2 in 2021. And then 2022 was like, oh, but hold my weave. Here we come with mass shootings and the possible overturning of Roe v. Wade.
She wants to bring on the drunk crying from early. I see what's happening here.
Or the drunk rage scream. I mean, either way, however you feel to get this out, because it is a lot. How is it possible in the United States right now we've had more mass shootings than days in the year?
That cannot be true. It can't. Is that true?
Over 200 mass shootings in the United States.
That's sick. That's
really
insane. Sick. I feel like these last three, like they just hit me hard, because I don't know why. I just felt so like connected to them. Like, can you just go down the list?
It's people going through their normal lives. So we had the Buffalo Massacre, which was a white supremacist going into a grocery store that's frequented by Black people, specifically targeting Black people. It was like written on his automatic weapon, and just murdering people in a grocery store. Then we had in Southern California, Asian churchgoers. You know, you're going to church, the one place you would not expect a mass shooting. And then most recently, babies. We had young children in an elementary school in Texas killed, 14 children dead.
What's wrong?
If you're not safe in the grocery store, in church, in elementary school, what are we doing? What are we doing?
That's like maybe like 4 or 5-year-olds to 11.
Babies.
And their caregivers, you know, that's just traumatic. So even if you survive that, you are messed up for life.
Not just that, I'm thinking of the parents, the phone calls.
Oh.
Guys, you'll have to Google it for yourself, because I'm going to tell you it's very emotional to hear some of the firsthand accounts of people who were actually on the scene, but then also the parents who got phone calls that they have to come to an elementary school because their child may have been murdered at school. Are you kidding me?
My child is in elementary school. I don't know why, but I oddly love to walk around the supermarket. And I just recently started to go back to church. Like, come on. What is happening?
And let's not talk about, if you're in New York, the subways, like just so many. The crazy thing is, conversation has been politics. Well, the conservatives aren't really pro-life if they're not going to do this. And the Democrats are so liberal and they don't want to do this. Like, I don't care which party solves this problem. I really don't. These children did not belong to political parties. These were children going to school. These were elderly people going to the grocery store. These were worshipers going to church. This has nothing to do with their political affiliation. This has to do with gun control laws. we have zero real regulation. The fact that you can have an automatic weapon so easily available that you can gun people down in a grocery store, at a church, the mindset of someone going to church. And one of the biggest things that's on the floor that 10 senators just need to change their mind about is the background check. Because what's the first thing they're saying? Oh, this person was mentally disturbed. Then why did this person have access to a gun?
Listen, I don't know why we need to return to nonsense. I don't know why we need to return to murders and unstable people having access to lethal weapons. Like it's just not making sense.
It's not making sense. And it's also at this point now where we've had the most recent shooting. And believe me, this is not the first shooting at an elementary school in America. Welcome to America.
Yeah.
The fact that we can't come together on keeping 9-year-olds safe in school. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
We can't all agree on that. We can't all agree that children should be able to go to elementary school without having to do trainings where they learn how to barricade and shelter in case there's an active shooter. An active shooter in elementary school?
And they already have to do that on a yearly basis. They all are doing it instead of making sure we have stricter gun laws. We are on a yearly basis, sometimes multiple times a year, making our kids figure out how they're going to shelter, how they're going to stave off of a gunman in their school. How is this okay?
That's crazy. It's crazy. If you've seen the picture of these like little children smiling, the ones who were murdered.
No, I can't do.
It's crazy. They still have their baby teeth and they're being gunned down in school. I don't understand it, and it's the thing that gets me with the hypocrisy of so much of politics is we just had a conversation about overturning Roe v. Wade, which is a woman's right to choose what happens to her body and her fetus. And we're so concerned with making sure that that fetus turns into a baby and is born. But once they get here, we're not really concerned about them getting murdered in school. We're just not. Like, that's where it ends. We just want to make sure they get born. We don't want to make sure that they're protected and safe.
Nah. Nice.
And why are we talking about overturning Roe v. Wade?
I just feel like some things are just, put to bed, We're not gonna have slavery anymore. Like, we're not gonna have segregation. Like, we're not gonna have men deciding if women should have abortions or not. Like, I mean, I just thought that certain things were just sealed. Like, we're not going back over that again. Like, why? How? What? Governors are signing nonsense into law right now. You can't get an abortion in certain states right now. That is scary. All the stories of people dying, trying to do home abortions, like, I never thought we would get back to that place. That's just me, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's we've got people who have decided that their political lines are more important than human beings and their right to life. Like, whether you are a woman deciding whether or not to give life, whether you are a child just trying to live your life.
Listen, I don't care what nobody says. It is a hard decision to decide to have an abortion. There's nothing easy about it. Nothing.
Nope.
If for no other reason you have to worry about like somebody like going into your body to remove something, you don't know how that's going to affect you. You don't know what it's going to feel like. You don't know what it's going to be like. But you do know what life is going to be like if you have a child and you ain't ready for it. You know that much.
Yeah. But also, it's not just a matter of, whoops, I'm pregnant. It's also, you know, candidly, I had a procedure where I sort of miscarried, and the procedure I had would have been classified an abortion. And if I was in those southern states, I wouldn't have been able to have it. And it would have put my health at risk. And this isn't, I was married at the time, wouldn't have minded having a baby, but this was just medically not safe. And to have someone decide whether or not I can do that, to have somebody else tell me whether or not it's okay to take care of my own health, because you're on a particular party line and you've got to say certain words, is not okay. It's not okay. And there are many cases where an abortion is a medical procedure. It will save the life of the mother. It will, you know, the baby is not viable. Lots of things, lots of things. And to make it seem like, oh, well, women just have to have the babies now. Like, okay, so how about this? Men have to marry the women that they impregnate, and they have to contribute 50% of emotional and financial support. How about that?
Yeah, at least. But I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, you know, if it's incest or rape, then, you know, if fine, you can have the abortion. I would love to read the laws on that, on how they're going to decide if it's incest or rape, if it's non-consensual sex. And now I got to be sitting in somebody's court to plead my case that I was raped.
Not to mention, you know, the percentage of rapists who are actually convicted. First of all, the amount of rapes that are actually reported, and then the amount of rapists who are actually convicted. And now you will need that conviction to prove that you were pregnant by a rape in order to then have the procedure. So by then you would have had 5 kids. Like, it's just insane. It's
they
insane.
Want to force me to change my body to take on, like, the amount of things that happen to your body when you have a child is insane. It's insane.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm sorry, I did not know. Like, my feet are no longer the same size they were like months before I had a child. Like, doesn't make no sense. Like, things that you don't even think about happen.
Yeah.
And you have to sign up for this because somebody else said so. Get the hell out of here.
Yep. Not to mention there are lots of I think it's called gestational diabetes. Like, there's a lot that can happen. And I just think personal medical choices, and we had this discussion when we were talking about the vaccine, personal medical choices. I don't know that you should be forced to do certain things when your body is your own, right? Like, if you're going to harm somebody else, yes, we should maybe put laws in place so that you can't murder other people.
It's hilarious. A lot of those people that were clamoring about how you can't force me to get a vaccine, you can't force me to wear a mask, are the same people that are like, yeah, force her to get an abortion, to not get an abortion. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the my body, my choice takes on different meanings, right? When it's me, it's my body, my choice. But when it's her,
yeah,
her body, our choice, our decision. We all get a say. It's just insane. Listen, the last few weeks, the last few months have just had me really questioning, what are we actually trying to achieve in this country? And we have the nerve to talk about greatness.
Well, I thought you were going to say the last few weeks had you questioning if you should still remain here, because
you know me. I've had people call me from outside of the US being like, are you sure you're okay? Is everything okay? And the amount of calls and texts I've gotten, you know, when there was an active shooter on the subway, when, you know, we had the Buffalo massacre, the amount of people who were like, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? My friends in other countries are worried about me in the United States.
Oh, America. Stop murkering.
America go America.
America go America.
And we're going to go back to, well, it's the Second Amendment, which was written by slave owners who never saw an automatic weapon. So I'm not really trusting that they really had the right idea on protecting my rights.
I also don't think that you know, I'm not gonna legalize it out, but because, you know,
you're a lawyer, do it, legalize it out.
But I also don't think that people interpret it correctly, because, you know, Nobody's saying you can't have a gun. I'm just saying, jump through a few hoops, okay? Like, I'm not saying you can't drive a car. I'm just saying jump through a few hoops. If you make it through, all right, then go on. But you don't, then sit this one out. Like, call somebody else. Like, you're not getting a license. Like, that's it.
Yeah, it's literally just stricter laws, background checks, and no automatic. There is no reason other than mass murder that you need an automatic weapon. You don't need to hunt and kill 10 deer in a row.
Like, there's just not 10 deer right there. Just is not.
It's not a thing.
Standing there waiting for you. It's just not happening. Like,
not a thing.
Where
like,
humans have depleted the earth enough that, like, you're not seeing herds of things. So sad.
It's very sad. It's very sad. It's very troubling. And I'm gonna switch gears because I can't, because we're drinking, and if we go down this road, it's gonna be what are we doing?
You like my interpretive dance of switching gears?
That was very.
Yeah, I think it made sense.
For those of you just listening,
because I feel like you
be grateful you're just listening and you can't see this.
You do the robot because switching gears. There's silence on the podcast. This can't be happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to apologize for that brief moment of silence when I had to figure out if my co-host is still sane.
It's a drunk rant.
It's a drunk rant. It's not idiot rant. What's going on? No. Oh my gosh. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about the good things happening. We are recording this right before Memorial Day weekend in New York. I know a lot of people are going to be in Atlanta, in Orlando, and wherever they're going to be, but we're partying it up in New York. And by partying it up, I mean going to the 3 parties that are probably happening.
3? That's a lot. I don't even know we're going to 3. I got one house. This is spades. I got 1 in a pop. 1 in a pop. All right. Like, yeah. I don't know. Okay. All right. It's a junk rant. So let me just like free it up.
Free it up. You look like one of those balloons at the used car lots.
Oh, that feels good. I needed this.
Oh my gosh.
Like, honestly, I don't know if it's that I'm a woman of a certain age now, or
she admits it, guys. She admits it. You heard that, right? Play it back. Go ahead.
Or if it's just like, these parties don't seem exciting. They just, I said it. I said it. They don't seem interesting. They don't seem exciting.
They're coming.
They don't seem fresh. Like, I feel like I've seen all these artists. And like, so what? Who cares?
Wow. That's how listen, I need to go out and do stuff after the last few weeks that I've had. And so I'm excited to just try and get some sort of vibe going. But you're right. I've said it before. I've said it in newsletters. I've said it on the blog. I am tired of rinse and repeat fetes. I would think after being in quarantine for so long, we would have had time to come up with some new and innovative things. And let's not pretend that we didn't have like Dr. J's foam fetes, or we didn't have the what is it? The barge party, the swim up party in Bermuda for Carnival. Let's not pretend that we didn't have Hush, the silent headphone party. Like, let's not pretend we didn't have people doing innovation. But right now it's just kind of like, yeah, we're going to get a space and play some music and give you the artists you've seen forever.
Which would be fine, right? But I've been listening to some sick mixes lately, and if I don't get a good mix of music.
Oh, she's setting herself up for failure, guys. This disappointment is coming right around the corner.
I'm gonna feel away. How?
You're gonna feel
how? I feel away.
I feel a blood clot way.
Blood clot way.
Oh, Spice. Listen, you're gonna feel away. All right. We already know that this is happening. We already know that it's rinse and repeat fets right now. And what's crazy is I was even looking at Atlanta, like, let me fly to Fet real quick. And same thing. I'm just like, I'm not really moved to go to these events because I'm not seeing a concept. I'm seeing artists, I'm seeing, and that's great. I love to support the music, love to support the artists, but give me a concept, give me a reason to be there, give me a Soca brainwash, give me something that's like, I'm really excited to just be in this space. Not I'm kind of waiting for the artist to come on because then the vibes will pop up, even though I know that the artist is coming on 10 minutes before the party's over.
And they're gonna give me half a second of that song that I love, and then they're gonna make me sing it, and then they're gonna reel, and then they're gonna leave.
Guys, she is really upset. She's really upset.
Because that's exactly how it goes. They jump on stage, the music is playing for that song that you love, they sing half a second of it, everybody starts screaming out, they're like, Wheel! And then they go, and then they start singing it again for half a second, and then they go, nah, it's too soon for that, too soon for that. Then they play like the two songs that you like knew from before, and they were like, it's okay, I guess we can still sing that. And then they come back and they sing the one that you love, and then they're like, Agan.
See, it's not just you're a woman of a certain age. You've been partying too long. You understand the formula and you're going to get that formula again. I don't know if they just get really excited being on stage and seeing how many people are really loving the music that they're just like, okay, let's do it again and again and again, like very funk master flexing it. But then they're just like, if you didn't know the song, you now know 2 lines of it, and then they're off the stage. Except for veteran performers. Veteran performers know how to give you a real stage show, but we don't get those vibes anymore. Like they're always for the next new young hot thing. And we don't get like the real performers anymore that are doing a full set. Also, we are not giving them full set time. We're not giving them real stages. Listen, it's a drunk rant, but I could really go off on a rant on this. By the way, shouts to Dr. J and Patrice Roberts for Strength of a Woman, because that was a real stage show. That was good. That's how we should have our artists perform.
I feel like she likes Dr. J or something.
I feel like I should be in Toronto this week, although he's not gonna be there.
I feel like he's a friend of the show or something. We love you, Dr. J. Yay!
We need you, Dr. J. We need somebody who understands how to really put these events on. I mean, there's a reason I was flying to Canada so much that they had me in the little room. Like, lady, why do you keep coming here? And I'm like, it's Dr. J's fault. But yeah, there's nothing this weekend that I'm just like, this is going to be amazing, except for I need to de-stress. So this is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Positive, leading with positive intention. That's what I'm going to do. Leading with low expectation.
No expectation.
No expectation. My expectation is that I will arrive and I will leave. That's what I expect. So you better let me out.
God willing, safely.
You better let me out safely. I'm not playing with y'all. No time for the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
It's the return of these goals. For those of you who were born in
last
2000 and later, like that was a like 90s reference. I'm sorry to date myself. Like
yes,
this.
Throw them bones if you have to. Throw them bones. But yeah, hopefully things don't get shut down like 5 minutes into it, and then there's no refunds, because you know how that goes. Or sorry guys, security was doing their own thing. Oh man, I'm just waiting for the post the following day due to circumstances beyond our control.
You're setting yourself up for that one.
I feel like we're both leading with, yeah, we kind of know how this is gonna go.
Like
we're going anyway.
I just like have to hope that like my outfits turn out right, because like that might be the joy I get. Like my outfit is cute. Like
I feel like maybe if I drink enough, I won't care.
No, see, that's the problem with me. if I drink too much, I care too much.
Mm.
So I have to find the good balance of just getting like a little light. Like I can't get super lit. If I get all the way, I want to be like, what is this mess? Who makes this? Who's that DJ? Like
this. I want this so badly. I'm spiking your water, like everything. I want this.
That's what you're gonna play after that? Really? Like, no, we don't want that. We don't want her.
I want this. I want this so badly. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm going to do it.
Okay. I mean, I guess you could play that song after that one. Sure. I mean, I do know it. Yeah.
I'm sure I can hear fall in this 100% Soca party.
Yeah. Twerk? Okay. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, that's the one you want. That's the one you want. Yeah. That's what the promoter is hoping to get.
That's what the promoter is hoping to get. They're hoping to say it's one kind of thing and then it's another kind of thing. Like, yeah, and you're okay with that because you already paid your money. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to having a good time, having good vibes, having good drinks, even if I gotta make them myself. I'm looking forward to. Listen, I need this.
I'm not making it myself though. But when is this? Oh, this is not going to be released in time. I'm just going to put out my plea for free drinks. I mean, you could just put this, but you could just put this snippet on before. I am welcoming drinks. I will watch you as you get the drink because it is not the return, because it never was the me getting slipped the Mickey. It never was, so it will not be the return of that.
And that would just be a waste of a Mickey because she's rolling with me. So now I just got to carry her out. Thanks a lot, dude.
Now she's throwing bows. You see? Word. Full circle.
Word. Because I'm getting, you put what in her drink? You trying to what now? What? Like all the Brooklyn will come out of me. Not the Guyanese, all the Brooklyn. Not the son, what? Dead ass? You serious?
Yo, son, you serious?
Like,
really?
Oh. Wait.
Really though?
Wait. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's a junk grant.
It's a junk grant. Nah, B, we ain't playing those kind of games. Nah, none of that.
Stay tuned for maybe a live junk grant. Who knows? If we get out safely, there may be one. I'm just
hopefully it's not a drunk rant from our prison cell where we're like, yo, I can't even believe that they threw us in jail for that. They wildin'.
It might be the return of me going back to jail.
The return to solitary. Not again, not the
bar. Again?
Not the
gotta be a Soca Fete happening somewhere.
We're gonna turn up in that jail though. Join the line.
Oh my gosh, I can see like the old time, like cups against.
Yep. Not the thing. Yes. Oh, talk about new concepts. We got that prison fete, son.
New concept.
Word. Exclusive tickets. No refunds.
No. You can get in, but it's hard to get out. Oh my God.
Oh man. Oh, not
all right. You know, there's no intro to this. Can I read?
So you're gonna be the selector in jail. So of course you have to rave. You have to get your set up. You have to get your tunes lined up. What we kicking off the prison fete with?
Well, I feel like when they want to reset the party, they always try to like reset it with like a praise song or something that like talks about God, and then like everybody's like all into it. So I've chosen High Mass by David.
Give praise, children. Give praise. Give praise, children. Yeah. Give praise. Give praise, children. Yeah. Give praise. Give praise, children. Our Father who has given us His arms that we can all feel like we're a part of this earthly heaven. Forgive us this day our daily weakness as we seek to cast our mortal burdens on your city. Oh, merciful Father, in this bacchanal season when men lose their reason, but most of us just want to whine and have a good time 'cause we're looking for a line because we're feeling fine, Lord. And as we jump up and down in this crazy town, send us some music for some healing. Everybody hand raise. Everybody give praise. Everybody hand raise. And if you know what I mean, put up your finger. And if you know what I mean, put up your hand. And if you know what I mean, put up your finger. And if you know what I mean, then scream. Oh, oh, oh. Give Jah His praises. Oh, oh, oh. Let Jah be praised. Oh, oh, oh. The Father in His mercy, He sent a little music to make we vibration raise. So Carnival Day, everybody come and celebrate. Yeah. Everybody come and celebrate. See the ragamuffin congregate. Yeah. Everybody come and celebrate. And
Legend.
Oh my
Legendary
gosh.
David Rudder. Classic tune.
Classic tune. I remember seeing him in Trinidad and he was like, everybody whine for the national anthem, please. Yes. Love it. Love it. And yes, oh my gosh, after these few weeks, we have to give praise. Get a little vibrations. That's what this weekend is going to be, to just kind of bring our spirits back.
Yes.
Make sure we reset a little bit, get some ease, let go all the stress, all this problem, all this world insanity, and try and just, free up a little bit.
That's the mission. All right. And get drunk,
I mean, what are we doing? I mean, yeah, let the vibrations raise.
I would love to know, what are you doing to get the return of your mental stability? What are you doing for to raise your vibrations in these crazy times?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Because I'm going to take that as advice and some tips, because the more advice, the better. Of course, this will be released while everybody is partying during Memorial Weekend. Maybe we'll send out a little snippet. Maybe there'll be a little preview in the DysChick newsletter. But until then, make sure you are following us. Follow SocaSaySo on all social media or go to SocaSaySo.com. Follow DysChick on all social media or go to DysChick.com.
And make sure you follow us everywhere and go to bkrantandrave.com. Okay, bye.